baby. Ha ba 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 ba. Hey hey.
Come here, baby. And I would,
Cheese.
Hey faves, the lighting is low-key shit, so we're just gonna pretend you can see me better. It's actually a lot better. So hey favorite, hey fave, it's me, and I'm going to be doing, I think, a face and hair tutorial. So let's get to it. I'm gonna be using Edge Booster. I'm debating if I actually want to slick down my whole head or just do my little baby hairs after I get my face taken care of. I've never done a tutorial before for makeup. I can show you all my skin. It's pretty much having a little bit of the aftermath of a pimple type of thing. So I do have a few pimples that are just kind of going away, and I do have suffer from hyperpigmentation, which normally always kind of shows up in this side of my face. But we're not gonna worry about that. And honestly, I think I'm gonna do a skincare with this video, so see you in the bathroom. Like a chair or something, but okay. So I'm going to be using all watermelon and pink products, and obviously my hands have a shit ton of stuff in it, but this is gonna be the start to my skincare. I'm gonna kind of be at this angle, that way you can all see me and you can get a good view. The lighting's better in here as well, so you can kind of see where I was having my acne. And this one really actually bugged me really much, but yeah, it's going away and now it's time to get rid of them. So first I'm going to I was going to grab a washcloth to do this, but since I'm kind of already in mode, I'm just going to use my hands, wet my face, and then I'm going to be using, I think all of these products are super inexpensive. I just I wanted to try them out because I don't really wash my face, and I know that sounds weird, but when I wash my face it creates pimples. So me being someone that is more dry skin, I always just try to kind of keep my face products at a minimum, that way the moisture is the most that I'm getting. But today I'm gonna be washing my face. It's springtime and I definitely need just a little bit of a pampering. So the way I wash my face is like what they do at a Veda. Anybody goes to a Veda and ever gets a facial, they normally always just do those circular motions upward, and they kind of, massage that face. But with me doing it myself, I try to keep the same motion and also make sure that I get every point of my face that needs just to be cleaned. So that's about good. And I'm gonna pause and go grab a new washcloth. Back with my washcloth. It's fresh right out the dryer, so I wanted to grab this one versus using my other one. Just for a quick review on the face wash. These are all dollar store products, which is, well, not all of them, but the face wash that I'm using is from the dollar store. And it actually feels awesome. It feels like it's very much soaking into my skin, and it has a good after feeling where you're just letting it sit. It's a face mask, but I'm gonna wash it off. So warm water, warm water, warm water. Sometimes I just splash my face, but I'm wearing a white t-shirt, so we're not gonna do that. And to just start kind of one spot and get all around. And I always try to use a different part of the washcloth so that I'm not just rubbing the same dirt around on my face. And I also still try to use that upward motion unless I'm wiping off. So just kind of pick how you want to wipe your face, whatever is most comfortable to you. And then once that's done, we're gonna move into toner, and it's the same brand for toner. I really like it because I have normally sensitive skin, and a lot of products actually break my skin out more than they don't. I actually might use this first before I go into toner now that I think about it, because I need to take off the extra skin that's starting to build from my acne. So we're gonna go into the Hydrating Tree Hut. This is a new product that I'm trying. It did give me a little bit of pimples after using it for a couple of days, which I think not only did I need, but my pimples normally come when I am PMSing or kind of just like stressed. So I think that with me rising them up, it'll make it easier for me to not get more while I you know, kind of go throughout my routine daily. So I'm happy that they're going away now and that I can spot treat them first before I kind of have more. But I don't have acne prone skin, which is a blessing, which, you know, not everyone can say they have. But you see kind of how I am rubbing my face. It's an exfoliant. It smells amazing, just like the other products. I'm not sure if I should have used this before I used my gel cleanser, but we're just gonna work with it since it's already on my face. And you can kind of hear the beady beads while I rub it in. And I never get my eyes, so I just try to get all around. My prone spots that I have oil are right here. Oh, excuse me. So, needing to blow my nose, but I try to just rub it in like it's a good face lotion, and I just make sure that I leave no spots, and then I'm gonna rinse it off. That way I'm not putting more back onto my face. I'm also gonna put a little bit more warm water. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did with my cleanser, which is just rub majority off. And get the sides, flip it over, wipe away all the dead skin, and then we'll be ready for toner. So after blowing my nose, because that was needed, now we're ready for toner. I do have little cotton pads ready, so we're just gonna put a little bit more. So what you do, just kind of rub all around your head. I might use 2 just because I want to see if anything. Oh, it's pretty good. It's definitely not dirty, which means I did a good job cleansing. So I'm gonna just flip it over and get under my eyes, get my nose, get up to my forehead, back down, and just lightly rub your face in order to get all that extra dirt. I do get always when I'm done my neck and behind my ears, just because that's kind of a common area with me doing my hair, where I always notice extra dirt builds up. And then that, and I think I'm good, so I'm not gonna even check myself just because I know how the cleanser worked. And the toner showed me on, I should show you guys first. So this is also from a dollar store. It is Global Beauty Care. So it's basically a lip scrub, and it does come with a little stick, but I'm not gonna use it just because it kind of doesn't work as well. But just see me struggle while I put this on. It's like falling everywhere, but it tastes like candy, which is what I aspire to smell like all day long. I'm gonna do a little bit more. And this is definitely good for people like me who have eczema. It looks a little crazy. We're gonna pretend it's not as bad, but people like me who have eczema, sometimes skin just naturally grows more all over your face, and that dead skin has to come off on your lips as well. So wipe it all off. It smells and feels really good, and afterwards it's just like a new lip with no dead skin in sight. And I also believe that wearing a lot of lip gloss can cause that like icky stuff to kind of get on your lips. So a lip scrub is really crucial for me, just due to the fact that I wear lip gloss. Now, since we're done, I'm going to meet you back in the room. All right, so now with my skin all clean and has a little bit of the exfoliant on there still, but my skin all clean, I am ready now to apply my makeup. I think I'm actually gonna do my hair first. I actually really haven't decided if I feel like doing my full hair, but we're gonna just, it's my natural hair. And I did texturize it recently. It doesn't look like it, but my curls are really tight coils. I have, I think, a mixture of like 4B, 4C hair. So when it is smushed and scrunched, the shrinkage just shows. And when there's no water, it looks dry. So what I'm gonna do is grab actually water bottle. And I got this from 7 Mile, and it's just like a $2 water bottle. I'm gonna just spray my hair to loosen up the curls, kind of start the day with some just good old water. As a Black woman, water for your hair might be essential, it might not be. But with me personally, that is what makes my hair the most moisturized. So I'm just gonna continue to spray. Now you can kind of see my hair loosening up, which is what I want. You know what? I'm gonna do the opposite. Okay, so I'm really indecisive and I do have my hair stuff right here. I think I'm gonna do maybe just a short little moisture routine with inexpensive drugstore products, or kind of like just something to do to your hair when you feel like doing nothing to your hair. And then I'll get into makeup after, just so my face can dry out and be ready for the products. I know that doesn't necessarily make sense, but with me personally, I do have dry skin, so I have to be very careful with my skin routine and make sure that I'm not clogging my pores. So I have like my hair stuff next to me. I originally wanted to do 2 braids straight back when I did want to go outside and do something cute, but I'm sick, so I am just gonna kind of keep it low maintenance, low key. Should have came in with an idea of what I was doing, but since I didn't, I'm just gonna go for it. I might do like kind of a little swoop since I am just in the house and I really don't have anywhere to go. I can kind of just part it down the side. My little scrunched up face as I try to make sure it works. Let me grab my mirror. Comb through my hair, kind of give it a little bit of, there we go. Now I see. Yeah, okay, so that's good enough. I'm not gonna get too crazy over it. And while I do this, I'm actually deciding I am gonna slick down my whole hair. So this is gonna be an easy way to do it. Slippery hand problems. Okay, so hopefully I edit that part out if I don't like it. Now, with my hair, personally, it's a mixture between having a really tight coil to just being like dry and needing water. So I am gonna spray a little bit more water on it because after, oh, it's like dripping. After I do that, it's gonna pretty much dry very fast, which gives me time to keep my hair moisture locked in while I part. So you might see me spritzing throughout the video just so that I can keep locking in the moisture before I apply product. Now, what I'm gonna do is pretty much with my edge booster, this is the pineapple one, I am going to kind of do it a fast way versus what most girls do. I don't have a TWA, so it's easier for me to do my hair when I just part starting in the back. I'm not gonna really section it too much, so I'm gonna just part the back and just let you kind of see that I'm going to, I don't know why I keep these things on. They don't really do anything, but smells so good. I'm just gonna start on pretty much my roots and push it down. That way I'm not using too much product. Oh, got on my glasses. Felt that. That way I'm not using too much product, but I'm also making sure that it's getting where my roots are so it can slick. A hard brush, and I'm just gonna brush it down. And I'm not gonna take too much time brushing because I already know my hair is gonna be wrapped, so it's pretty much just making sure the product is going through, and then kind of allowing it to just press down. So it looks a little silly, but that's alright because I'm gonna go through it with my comb one good time and just make sure that everything is slicked down, at least enough to where it won't mess up the rest of my hair. So I'm doing another good part just kind of throughout the bottom middle of my hair, and I am going to not really focus too much on the part itself, but just getting a general idea of where it is that I want to part. That's probably not good that I scratched my head because I have product in my hair, but I forgot I was doing a part. Okay, so we'll just pretend I didn't just mess up my part, and then same deal. I'm gonna just put it all around the roots of my hair. In the middle of my hair is the most coarse, so I always just try to add a little bit extra, not necessarily too much, but pretty much like this is gonna be enough for the side. That way my hair gets a good amount to the middle, so where it's most kind of coarse or nappy, it would be easier for me to go through. Now, this edge booster is my favorite product for my hair. Not necessarily the scent, I love all their scents, but in general, all my slick hairstyles, I use edge booster and I adore it. It gives me pretty much everything I need with a hair product, and this edge booster is pretty much probably $10. So $10 from your local beauty supply. I go to 7 Mile, and it kind of is expensive, but it's also worth your money. I love it. I think that I wouldn't use it for my edges necessarily because it just it holds too tight for my edges, but I'm just taking out some of the hair. But it works really well just for my hair in general. So let me see. Yeah, so it's really slick. My hair is just going the shape of my head, which I don't mind because that's the point. I am gonna put a little bit of extra going upwards from the middle. That way when I do part it and I part that section, the inside of it where I do have a lot of my coarse, kind of tight curls, gets a little bit of extra love. So this part, I'm gonna do a little bit, not necessarily smaller, but less hair. That way I know when I get to the top that I'm gonna swoop it and that it just pretty much lays right. So I'm just going around doing the same thing, a little bit less hair. And I'm gonna use this to part with. Now, I do have my hair stuff right next to me, so that's what I am rummaging around in. But yeah, so pretty much same amount, not too much, but not too little. And you just kind of keep going around your hair. This is like a really fast way to slick your hair. Some people section it with little clips, and some people really do have to make sure that when they slick their hair, it's like all the way parted or, you know, perfect. I'm not doing that. I know that I'm gonna be covering my hair and that it's not really needing to be extra perfect, so I'm just gonna brush it down. I'm pretty much like making sure that it blends with the rest of my hair. So me brushing all my hair down will allow my hair to just stay flat, which you can kind of tell already that's what it's doing. And that's why I praise the style factor, because it just literally, for me to have kind of like thin hair but also very thick hair in the middle, it works very well. And I'm not actually even gonna comb through, because I remember I put two sides of the edge factor or the style factor. So now, since I messed up kind of my initial part, I'm just gonna do the same type of part, but with the back. That way I'm able to do my swoop without much hair in the way. Now this one is a little easier to do because I can see it, but I also am gonna have to fix my part afterwards, which is just fine. So just going over the top, the middle, I'm gonna do some on the back, but only the middle. And then I'm gonna finish the top and kind of get all around. That way, when I do my swoop, it looks really seamless. And I also, like I said, I don't use the edge booster for my edges because I don't want to say it doesn't work for them. It just doesn't necessarily stay how I want it to unless I add something else to it. So it's a win-win for me because I get to save money and I get to get double the product for my styles that I normally do to my hair, like braids. I like to do long braids, high braids, low braids. I also like to do like 2 puffs, but braid style, and just a lot of different things that I've been learning to do now that my hair I'm able to manage. When I was younger, I didn't really know how to do my hair, so I damaged it. And I also wasn't confident about my hair because I felt everyone around me had long hair. Why wasn't I able to have long hair myself? And that's just kind of me as a young woman, or as a young little lady, I had to grow out of, and I had to embrace my natural hair as what it was. So I'm learning, and I do kind of like want to talk to my younger self and just be like, hey, your hair is beautiful no matter what, and don't worry about length because your hair doesn't make you, you make you. And I say that to everybody watching as well. If you have just kind of low self-esteem about your hair, like I did, and I still sometimes do, don't worry about hair over who you are. Your hair isn't what makes you, you make you, and you continue to have beautiful personality, so don't stress, okay? Now with this, my hair, I didn't necessarily do it right, so now I have to, I think I'm gonna actually fix it and just put it back because I didn't put the swoop down right, which I noticed as I was doing it, which is completely fine. I'm just gonna have to do it again another time. And that way I can still do something cute and fun to my edges, which was the goal either way. Now, since the side part doesn't look all that good for the bun, I mean the swoop, I also am just wiping everything away from my head. I'm gonna cap this because I do sometimes go overboard, being a perfectionist and all. The bottom part, this back part, doesn't matter too much to me because it's not going to be seen. And now, slick hair. I always feel like a badass bitch when I slick my hair because it just reminds me of like those women who are in the action movies and they just come out like whoosh. That's how I feel. Now, what I'm gonna do is use this my favorite edge control for my edges. I'm gonna have to take off my glasses for this. And like I said, a lot of these products are, you know, to your budget depending on what you need. So I need a good big edge control, because I do my edges often. If you don't do your edges, then you probably don't need it. I high-key can't see, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to look in the mirror. That way, look, finesse. That way I can see. And this finesse actually really worked. So I'm just getting through all of the, pretty much starting the shape of it. That way when I do start getting to perfect it, it looks really good. My hands are looking a little slimy from all the edge control, edge booster. So I'm gonna try to get some of that product off of my hands and back onto my hair. And also, I normally always keep this little piece out, and I'll show you what I might do with that later. So just gonna brush through, and then I'm gonna brush all this extra back. I always feel like a mermaid too when I do my edges. I guess that's why they look like waves, huh? The waves. So I'm gonna just start sort of up where the other one is. That's what I try to match. And I just bring it down. It's kind of hard for me to do in the camera with no glasses, but I'll show you all after. Okay, so now I am just gonna use my rat tooth comb just to fix what the other comb doesn't. Normally, it gets the job done. So since my hair is slick, I can do, you know, pretty much the damn thing. It doesn't have to be so tiny edges, because I'm gonna swoop it anyway. I'm gonna wrap it anyway. Also might just do like one here just because why not? And you all will see why I do my edges before makeup, because when you have a mixture of hair care and skin stuff on your face, it clogs the pores and creates a lot of dirt that I don't like. So I'm doing my face after. Also, this little edge is trying my nerves, but I'll just pretend it's to my liking. That way I don't stress over it too much. So now with that being done, I'm gonna see so now you can see the slope. They all pretty much look good. I do have a ton of different scarves. I just bought a pink one. That's really bright and fun. But today I'm just gonna use black. That way I don't get too crazy with wanting to do, let me not forget about these, but yeah, I'm gonna use black. And with those little baby hairs, I do put a little bit of my like kind of like wetline eco style type gel on it, just to curl them up and make them cute. I'm gonna do that after I wrap my hair. So most of the time I always have to pull it over, which gets on my nerves, so I just try to align it the best I can. And I also am just gonna do it real simple, which is pretty much find both of the bottom halves, because it doesn't have the triangle, it's more of a rectangle scarf, and it's already pulling up just a little bit, which is what happens. But I'm gonna just wrap it around and around and around until there's pretty much a good end point to tuck the littleness in, the little piece. And I do feel the backs of my hair kind of popping out since I didn't put it in a ponytail, which is just meaning they're just gonna be there, and I can slick them up or down if I please. But now this is my curl juice. I do want to do a curly hair tutorial someday for you guys, but this stuff works wonders. It does kind of have a crunch effect after you let it dry. If you care, that's a no for you, but if you don't care like I do, it works. So I'm just gonna really just let that kind of, the flyaways just be. Once they dry, like I said, there'll be a little crunch, curl, and it will feel really well. Now I'm gonna go wash my hands and get to face. So I'm back. The sun is trying to poke out. I see it, I see you. Now, the first thing I'm gonna use is this, and I love this stuff. I actually used to use it when I was on my skincare journey. Short story time. So when I was younger, my eczema was terrible. And I had, I had really bad hyperpigmentation here and here, which didn't make me feel good. So I sought out things that would make my skin brighten and just not have such a bad effect or after effect. A lot of products I can't use for my skin, but this one right here for winter got me through. I think I'm gonna do a ASMR video after this, so I am gonna leave this in the box. But what I actually need to do is my brows. So let me grab my brow stuff. Yeah. Okay. Had to check myself out. Now, I always do my brows first. Right now, I'm using the Wet n Wild, really basic, simple brow pencil. My brows pretty much, actually, I'm gonna line them up for you all so you can see how I do it. And that way my brows will come out better. So, I have this eyebrow razor. I'm gonna be looking in the mirror where I finessed it. That way I can get a good kind of take on where to get my eyes back popping. And it's really easy. You just have to be delicate and never go into your eyebrow. Just always lightly line it up. That way, you never have to worry about those cuts or lines through your eyebrow. Now, this eyebrow is my problem eyebrow. It always grows fast. So that is a about me moment. Because this sister always likes to be the one that likes to look like a mister. And I don't approve. She needs to get in line with my arch game.
Oh, eyelash. Okay.
Now I don't have, must have put away my little cotton swabs, but now you can see that they're pretty much back to being a little bit better. This one arch isn't as strong as this one, but that's what makeup is for, right? So I'm gonna just again brush my brows, and I like to line them up and down. So I always start with the bottom, and I love my tail to be long, so I always start pretty much there, just making sure that it looks good and pretty natural still. And then with the top, I just use pretty much the lightest amount of product I can. Let me wipe off a little the bottom in order to keep it looking pretty natural and just effortless. And fun fact, I don't line my brows with concealer. I'm actually not going to use any concealer in this video. So if you use concealer, you know when or where to add it to your routine. But this is gonna be like my summer go-to lazy routine. I pretty much already am lazy. That's why I don't do makeup every day. But this is gonna be just a fun kind of get ready with me to do nothing. Now, like I said, this problematic sister right here, I'm not gonna spend too much time on her because I'll obsess. But she's giving me trouble right now, which means I need to give myself a break. Not gonna dwell in it, just like I'm not gonna dwell in the short hair problems. All right, so with my, she's killing me. Like, look at you. Anyway, I got the Eavesdrop Skin Tint from Fenty. I actually didn't know that they were discontinuing their hydro or whatever it was called foundation, so that's what I went there for. And I was like, oh, I want this, it's on sale. And they're like, oh no, it's not in stores anymore, which broke my heart, but it's okay. We're trying something new. So my color is 14. Don't know if you can see that. 14. And this is what it looks like. It's a cute little bottle. I love it. And what I'm just gonna do is apply some. I think I'm gonna apply some on my hands just to kind of see the coverage, because I am doing this all natural, which means no brush, just kind of a quick little rundown. This is when you're like, I gotta go, I'm still gonna look good, but I'm not gonna put too much effort into it. So since I'm not using a brush, I actually applied way too much, but we'll see how it looks once I really get it blended. I do have a lot of space on my face to blend it, so we'll see. I like how it feels as well. It's not like a It's not like a oily feeling. It feels like lotion that I'm just putting on my skin, which is nice. And I know it looks like it's not my color right now. The lighting is here is kind of shitty, but I think I'm gonna let it melt and it's gonna be beautiful, because I did get actually matched at Sephora. This is also why I did my edges first, because I hate when you have that like spot that's off. And I'm gonna look in this mirror just so I can get any other places. Now normally, I know this finger has the lightest amount of product applied, so that's what I'm gonna be using for my eyes, and just giving it a little light kind of rub in. And anything else I'm gonna rub down. So I love it. It actually okay, twist. Oops. It actually rubs in really nice. First. Okay, so it rubs in really nice. And as you can see, it warms up really well. It really looks like a natural bead. And I use my fingers, so you know it's good if you don't really even need a brush for the initial application. And if you use a brush, that's how you know it's gonna look even more flawless. Now I do have a light right here. I don't know if you can see, but I actually really like how it looks. It looks like skin. With that being said, really low maintenance. I think that this foundation is perfect for summertime if you're just wanting a little pick-me-up, you know, where you're just like, you know what, I feel good. I don't really like doing a full face. I'm just gonna do something really simple and sweet. Now I'm not doing anything pretty much else besides lashes, and I'm going to be using this spray to set really fast, just so that I have a good kind of good setting. Now my lashes, I can do just for this natural, like, low maintenance beat. I could leave lashes off and just do mascara, because there ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm extra and I don't have anything else on my face. I forgot. The highlight is gonna go on after these lashes since I'm on lashes. But so with me, I use hair glue. What I'm gonna do is actually take off a little tiny bit of glue. I'm gonna apply it with a Q-tip. That way I don't put too much on or off. Now these are the baby ones. I'm gonna use my butterfly ones for this look because I'm so just low maintenance, natural kind of feeling with this. Like, this is for those girls who just like to wear makeup for fun, like I do, and who don't need it, but just want to feel good with it. I'm gonna let that set while I put a little on the other one. I'm also gonna apply this in the mirror this way, so if you need help, there might be more tutorials on it, but just put it on and let it dry, which is what I'm gonna do now. And always look at which inner corner is the shortest. That's how you know which eye.
I always somehow get a little bit under my eye.
Right, so I just went ahead and did the other one off camera, which worked. Now I know. I'm just gonna apply a little bit. Mascara to my lashes again to keep them blended. And when I tell you this foundation is really looking good on my skin, it's really nice. So I don't really want too much on my lips. They look crusty. So let's just do a light. Pop of color. Give my lips some life. That way I can keep it simple, but also put the pop that I love, which is lip gloss. And last but not least, I'm so excited to use this. I got the Chic Freak and the Girl Next Door combo, which matches pretty well with my lip gloss. So I'm gonna try to use this one for that just extra little bit of, oh, I did something and you don't know. Like, the unboxing is the best because you're just like, give it to me. But this is gonna be beautiful. Oh, let me not drop it. It's so pretty. And the pigment is lit. I'm gonna use a little bit of both of them just because I'm having fun. And like I said, I'm gonna use my ring finger to apply just the lightest amount. And even now you do see that on the highest point, trying to poke through, come through for me. And you always kind of go with your face shape. So wherever your high point is on your cheekbone, that's where you apply. A brush would most likely kind of do a little more justice is what I'm thinking. But since I'm going for that natural that natural glow and just kind of that quick, I'm rushing, I'm late, I still look good. That's what I'm going for. Now, I normally don't put much highlight on my Cupid's bow, but since my skin is doing pretty well, I just put a little bit just so that you could see how it looks. I'm also gonna put just a tiny bit underneath my eyebrows. That way you can see how beautiful it looks. And pretty much done. Now I'll be back with my better lighting so you can see the glow, the cute natural glow. Alright, so this is my finished look. I pretty much let the foundation warm up and it's looking great. So see you next time. Bye, fave.